Whoops. Okay. That Rocky Butte. Check it out. This was how they built jails around turn of the century, apparently. With these walls here. You know, I guess the spotlight on top is for spotlighting the criminals should they try to escape and run down the hill through the mountains with the spotlight that, well, actually would not be able to hit the angle to spotlight them because of the trees, especially. That's okay, they had dogs. So, I'm in Portland, Oregon. This is Rocky Butte. There's Mount Hood. Alright. There's pictures like 100 years old that I found, and it looks exactly the same then as it does now. I think. Okay. Personally, I think there used to be a castle here. They tore down the castle, but they left the walls. Right. Oh yeah, I was up here one time back in the ancient 1990s, and I won't describe the evening, but I had a pretty bad evening with my psychotic bride of Satan, multiple personality girlfriend. Which I'm coming to the conclusion they all are, but except for Mom, of course. So anyway, so I came up here to get away from the house and all the weird people down there, because I went and got more LSD and dosed everybody out, and then they all got crazy weird, and I'm like, well, that's not cool, but because I ain't down with that shit, but whatever. So I come up here and be alone. And the sun was just rising, and I was, quite depressed when I got here. Girlfriend problems, of course. And then get up here, and I'm thinking, I'm just gonna have to mentally overcome it and pull myself out of being depressed. So I was looking around at how beautiful it was, and it's like just quite hadn't rose yet. And so I climbed up on top of this thing right here. J.W. Hill. What about Sam Hill? Plaque replaced in 1899. So anyway, I climb up and I stand on top of this thing, and I'm just standing there, and all of a sudden the wind starts to blow like incredibly hard and gusty and blustery, and like it's gonna blow me like off of this thing standing here, and I'm like, oh crap, trying to catch my, keep my balance, and then the sun broke over the mountains over there, and the first rays of light hit me, and the wind started to really blow gusty, but at that very moment my feet just felt like they were planted securely to this concrete, like they were just stuck to it. And so all of a sudden, I just stood straight up, and I watched the sunrise, and I had this incredibly, I don't know what you call it, kind of like peaceful, but not so much peaceful as just this complete and peaceful at the same time, as well as like, it all just kind of clears and the sun rose, and I could like feel the presence of what people call God. And it was quite mystical, really. And it lasted for like, a good minute and a half. I felt like I was just completely enveloped in this security. It was keeping me planted to the concrete here. It was keeping me from falling off. The wind couldn't blow me off of there, and I wasn't even worried about it. The wind was pretty gusty, and then the wind just died down, I think, after, a few minutes, and the sun got a little higher, and then the day began, and I had a great day after that. Even the drama of the night before didn't really get to me. And that carried with me for a couple weeks. That's how intense it was. And, those kind of things, we have experiences like that, and we try and figure them out in our head and make sense of things. And slowly the world creeps back in, of course, but I think if we keep open to it, the magic around us, we'll have more of those. So, anyway, constructed with federal aid by Multnomah County. Frank Scholl, Commissioner. Charles A. Bigelow, Commissioner. Irwin Taft, I wonder if he was related to the president. George Buck, County Roadmaster. Paul Northrup, County Engineer. James R. Stevens, Superintendent. Carl D. Williams, Foreman. The development of this park and construction of this drive sponsored by Eastside Commercial Club, Portland Chamber of Commerce, President Council, Federation of Community Clubs, and other prominent citizens. Sure it was. They made it into a park after a jail, right? Okay. This is kind of cool. It shows you where to look. Mount St. Helens is that way if it was visible. Mount Rainier is a little that way. There's the Columbia River. Sure is. Mount Adams is that way if it wasn't obscured by fogginess. You'd barely see it anyway. Mount Hood, of course. Over there. Jefferson. Mount Tabor, 641 feet. Mount Tabor is another mountain, kind of like Rocky Butte is, but it looks like a castle would have been on top of it or something. So, and down the great staircase. I probably should have came up from this side, but the road was closed, so couldn't park over here. Joseph Wood Hill Park. One time I was up here in my little mini truck, and I parked right over there. There was like a bunch of people up here, but it was getting towards dusk when they would close it. And my friend walked up here, and I'm sitting in the truck still. I got a big bag of leaf, and I'm trying to roll up some monster joints. And I got the news, and this was before pot was legal, of course. And I got the newspaper spread out in my lap. There's a huge wad of pots in there, and I'm rolling them up. And all of a sudden, I hear, "Excuse me, we're closing the park. You're gonna have to move." And I look up, and there's a cop right there walking up with his light, but it wasn't really that dark yet. It's just getting towards dusk. And he walks up and he steps there, and just as he walks up there, I with my left hand, I'll nonchalantly fold the newspaper over the big pile of pot that's sitting in my lap, and he talked to me for like a minute. I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sure, I'll move right away." And like, he probably didn't see it, but I lucked out so much. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there's the stonework. Now tell me that wasn't a freaking castle. Find old pictures of Portland, and there were cathedrals and spires and towers. I'm sure there were probably obelisks as well, and castles. Probably on every hilltop, just like John Levi says. This land looking as if there was a glorious castle on every hilltop. I mean, what else would this be? Why would you have the top of this hill? You wouldn't build this for a jail. And besides, the jail was down the hill on the other side. There's a cool tunnel on the way down the road here, too. It's a rounded tunnel. I've not seen many tunnels that you go around a corner while you're in the tunnel. I think I'm going to try and video that. So, fresh chemtrails. What have we here? Just a gutter? Or passage into another world where your worst nightmares and wildest fantasies come true? Probably just a gutter. So it's hard to say for sure. Phew. Alright, so yeah, Rocky Butte. Gorgeous, huh? I'm going to have to edit this together so that it's continuous. I've got several pieces to make. Woohoo! I'm going to become a video editor. Alright. Until next time. Wait a minute. Well, I'm not done yet because I got a video more. So, never mind. I'll save the until next time. Until next time.